Do you ever feel like the career which you have built is going to be a distance memory, or you are standing at the edge and that's going to be start the new beginning? But that self doubt and uncertainty somewhere is holding you back. If it sounds familiar, you're not alone. What I feel like the skill and the accomplishment what you have done in the previous job, it's already with you. You just need to polish and you just need to use the right tools to unlock your confidence. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Tejaswita, and in this video I am going to share 5 proven tips that will help you to build unshakable confidence and enter into the professional life stronger than ever. Whether you have taken a break for 1 year or 10 years, these tips are going to help you to enter into workforce step by step. So let's deep dive into this process. You know, the best part of these skills and the tips what I'm going to share, it is not only going to use in your career, it is strongly empowering. If you are using, is going to be help you to build strong relationship with your spouse, your kids, and then normal work definitely, and it will build the confidence your daily life and the at home also. And especially the tip number 5, which is very favorite of me, that is a mindset practice that will take you to any different level only, like to help you not only to understand you but define and make you understand like a what goal and the journey you need to follow. So I will not wait, let's begin, because here is the journey which we wanted to start very soon. The first point is master communication skill to shine at work and the home. So let me tell you the story about my friend Priya, who took a break to raise her kids and they wanted to come back after the 5 years. Yes, 5 years she was completely dedicated herself to take care of her kids. But when I asked her like what is stopping you to get into the workforce, she said like I'm not suitable and I'm not confident whether my communication is really worth it to go back to the workforce, and she was feeling very low confident. She must have lost the confidence. After that, after this several conversation, particular 10 minutes, I just casually asked her like how do you manage at home, how is your daily life? Then she was so confidently say like every day I'm negotiating on certain part with my some other way with my spouse, with my husband, to have a peace and complete my household work. And I realize it's not about Priya, it's so many people in this world. They are thinking communication, professional communication, and the communication which we are using at home, it's a several difference. But according to me, there is no much difference. These skills are easily transferable. Now Priya must be realized like she must be already communicating daily basis, and she is building that communication very strongly. Now when you are at home, what do? You do the negotiation skills. You negotiate with your family member. You resolve the conflicts. You plan out lot of planning you do. These are the skills you develop, and for that particular to take care of those problems, communication is very important. Though you are at the break, that doesn't mean like a communication is not required. So everywhere we have to negotiate, lot of things are there. So what Priya did, I suggested certain steps to her, because I personally feel like every day when you are communicating clearly, you are just building the communication muscles. So few steps I suggested, like if you wanted, she said like I wanted to go back to the workforce, so suggest me certain tips because still I'm not feeling confident. So what I suggested, step number 1, I told her practice clarity. Practice clarity in a sense like whatever communicate you are communicating with your friends, kids, spouse, your family member, be clear, have the communication. In a sense, what instruction you are giving, whether the person is able to understand whatever you are communicated, instruction you are giving. So clear communication is very important. Second thing, like a role play. Now, many times when you go for an interview, you're not confident enough to sit in front of interview also. So try to play the role play. Maybe you can stand in front of the mirror and you can pick up the 5 question and then you answer those questions confidently in front of the mirror. Or you can pick up your kid and you tell your kid, listen to me what I'm going to share, and tell me like how does it sound. And third thing what I feel, record yourself if you don't have anyone to listen to you. Yes, recording, we all are having a iPhone, like a smartphones right now, so you can always record what you are communicating. A normal conversation also which you are doing with your family, that also you can record, so you will realize how you're communicating with the people, how you're communicating with the family member. So as I said, these skill sets are not only to take you to help you to enter into the workforce, but on the daily basis also you can build the confidence and you can improve on your communication skill day by day, and that will build your relationship not only in the workforce but with your family members also. So these three tips I have suggested, I believe like if Priya can do it, definitely you can also do it, because clear communication is the foundation of the confidence. And when you clearly communicate it, when person understand, you also very clear in your mind, you have passed on the correct message to the other person. Let's come to the second point. Turn setback into the comeback with the positive mindset. I know like sometimes when you continuously getting a rejection, it feels like someone is punching in your stomach, and you feel so miserable, like why these things are happening. But let me tell you, share my own story. After my first pregnancy, after delivery, it was very challenging for me to find the job in Dubai market. So I was getting back to back rejection, and I was not able to understand why it was happening. My confidence completely drained out completely. My whole energy was draining out, because I was creating various way, like preparing the resume into different position, cover letters also. Everything was tailor made, but still continuously I was getting a rejection, and I was not able to understand why it is happening. So one day I just sat down and I thought like let me understand why it is happening. So I opened the book. On the left side I started writing like why, what exactly, what was the reason they must have rejected, or what I did wrong in the particular interview, that's the reason they rejected me. And the other side I wrote about like okay, for example, if I fumble, how can I stop fumbling, at which question I fumble. So I noted down each and minute thing. I started noting down to understand why I got the rejection and how I can bring the improvement. So here is what I learn actually, and normally I recommend to all my candidates. Your failure is not to stop back you. Trust me, it is like a say it's no means like you are one step closer to your yes. Like you are very close to your dream job and the going to enter into the workforce, because each interview is teaching you something. So what you need to do, as I did that mindset map, uh, you can write down like a why you got rejected, no one, and what you have learned. Whenever you are going for an interview, make sure like you will have the positive mindset, rather than like okay, I'm going to reject. And so this is what I learned, and I wanted to give back this the same strategy to you also. If you're thinking like entering into the workforce is a challenge and I'm getting a continuous rejection, try this method. These tips I'm very sure going to help you, and it will develop your skills automatically. Let's talk about tip number 3, essential skills to practice at home to develop the confidence to enter into the workforce. Yes, now you must be thinking what are the essential skills. Let me give you the share one example. Recently, very recently, I met one of my uh, daughter's classmate. Her name was Meera, and she was saying like, Tejaswita, since you are in this industry, why can't you help me to enter into the workforce, because it's been like a 7 years. I've been thinking actually, because my kids have grown up now and I wanted to re-enter, but I'm not confident. I don't know I am really suitable to enter into the workforce. Do I have those skill sets also? And we were talking, but later on I realized, after talking a longer period, she was really very pro into her time management, taking care of the household work, conflict management between the two kids, and many more, because she was working, she was behaving like a boss. Okay, as a housewife, like she's a housewife, so she was behaving like a housewife, so everything was under control. But if you look at the my observation was a very different way. I thought like she knows how to manage complete timing, everything. Then the conflicts also. Then she was ready to adapt also. So many things at home only we are learning, and these are the very essential skills actually required at the office work also. So I try to explain her, these are the all skill sets are already there. What you need to do, you need to purposefully organize those. Now for example, if she when I saw like she was good into the time management, I told her like why can't you think into the other way, like you're working in the office, in the workforce, and you need to handle the time management. How you will do it? Conflict management also same thing. Adaptability also, because at home we need to handle so many challenges, like a spouse mood, kids mood, other family members. So what happened, we adapt those things easily. So in that same skills we can use it into the workforce also. So if you are thinking you don't have the essential skills, don't come back with me like a saying like I am not worthy to go back to the workforce. You already have those essential skill. You just need to understand where you have to use and how you have to use, because if you will see like the same battle what you have at home, similar way you will consider the professional atmosphere also. You can easily handle everything with those essential skills. Let's jump to the fourth point. The fourth point is like how to communicate with your family, especially your career goal, without having a conflicts and the guilt. I have seen like many ladies like when they wanted to start their career, they more than conflict, they feel guilt. How will I tell my family like I'm a career oriented, I wanted to become a financial I wanted to bring a financial independent, or I know my husband is decently earning, but still I wanted to do something. But that purpose they are not able to understand. This is a woman thought process. Okay, so clear communication with your family member is very important. Let me give you the one more example. Okay, so Ria, who was struggling to re-enter into the workforce, and after the 5 years, she thought like she has settled down everything in the family, and she didn't communicate it pretty properly with the family members. Like, what was the purpose? Why she wanted to enter into the workforce again? What she was liking, and she just decided to enter. She fortunately she is selected also, but within a 1 month only it's completely burnout. Why burnout? Because she could not able to handle the house and the workforce and the personal life. You need support from your family. So I will suggest you, whenever you are thinking to enter into the workforce, please talk to your family. Your family is the biggest supporter. If you will communicate properly to your husband, your kids, your parents, everyone. And as I said, they are the biggest supporter in this life. And the tip number 5, which is very favorite of mine, that is the daily motivation hack to overcome doubt what we are having to set back us, not to restart our career. So what I did actually, what I do daily basis to stay motivated, I make sure like whenever I am having any low esteem, I feel low, I go out and I enjoy that particular moment. Then I make sure like I visualize on the daily basis, because whether I am being as a business owner or being as a employee, we have to visualize, we have to do the affirmations on the daily basis and visualize what we are expecting our life. If you are expecting you wanted to end up into your dream job, start visualizing you're working in that company, you clear your interview. More you visualize, more more it is easier for you to go through in that journey, and you will feel like a similar pattern is happening with you. As I said, like, I enjoy the small wins. Your kids are the best, because my kids always give me the lot of energy. Moment I say, like, I wanted to have a ice cream or I wanted to celebrate this win, their energy is double than what I am having. So enjoy your celebration, enjoy the small wins. And third important thing, which I personally do it, whenever you have some kind of achievement, write down on the in your diary, because more you write, more you feel confident, because one small win also will change your mindset. For example, if you updated your resume, tell yourself, like, you updated your resume and today that's my achievement. Set the goal, every day you open up your diary and write your goals, what you want to achieve, and the end of the day, make sure, like, you have completed and celebrate that. And most importantly, keep your mindset positive. How you can keep your mindset positive? By surrounded by positive people. You can have the mentor also, you can have the you can join the community also. Lot of things are there, but keep yourself positive, hydrated, and stay away from the negativity. So let me recap the all 5 tips. The first important, we talk about the master communication. Then second, we talk about the reframing the setback. Then the leveraging the homegrown skill, communicating with your family, and the fifth is the mindset. So guys, if you feel like by adding these 5 points, 5 tips in your life, some kind of a changes is happening, I would love to hear in the comment section, or you can write me on the email also. I would like to connect with you. And yes, if you like such kind of a tips or insights, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Like button is below. You can click on that button, and regularly basis, whichever videos I am uploading, you will start getting the notification also. And very important thing, I am coming up with the webinar where I'm going to share a lot of more tips, insights, like how you can restart your career. The link you will find it in the bio. Till the time, build your career with the confidence. Okay, thank you so much.